Good afternoon and welcome back to my channel. So this is the second installment of the VTOL, Kestrel, whatever term we want to use. I like calling it Kestrel. Caprica's theme, Battlestar Galactica theme kit bash. So basically what I've done so far is worked on the helicopter part. So this is the EC-135 or 145. Previous work had me kind of looking up to Revell and being content with some of their work. This kit has brought me back down to earth. I'm much less enthusiastic about Revell kits again. The fitment of this was meh. The quality of the parts was eh. The instructions were miserable. Or are, I guess it's not were, are. They're telling you what to do. They're not very clear. For instance, this piece right here that goes on, you're told to put this piece on when you put the whole internal part together. There's no alignment lines here to show you where, and you have to look ahead in the instructions to see that you want them to line up with the outer shell. The problem is you need the outer shell there in order to figure that out. There's an internal and an external piece to the cockpit. So as you can see here, you build your internal cockpit and then you put these walls and top together. And then you end up inserting that assembly inside the outer shell. What you also do is, as you can see here, you assemble the clear glass and you glue it to the outer shell. Then you align these windows up so they align there as you put this piece on. You do the same thing with the doors. You do the same thing. Here's something that shows you the entire process. Is they're in two pieces, and you have to glue them all together. Yeah. So this is what I used for it. Pretty much every modeler that's really gotten into doing clear knows about this stuff. If you don't, learn about this stuff. So this is what I use to glue this seam. You can see you have a very small piece on both sides. So to hold this whole thing together, you need to glue all that together. Well, this is what I use to glue all that together. It doesn't fog the clear, and it's better than PVA. So this is actually what it's made for. So you have to do that to the internal structure, or to the external structure. So you do that, you put the glass in this, and then you let them sit for a day. Then you go back and put stuff together. You need to be, obviously you want to paint things as they go, blah, 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 you get all that. Anyway, and I apologize, this darn thing is moving on me. So let's see if I can keep it from moving. So as you go to put stuff together, you find that the fitment is mediocre at best. There's no real alignment pieces, so when you go to put these internal pieces together, so when you glue the bottom, the two sides and the top, you kind of have to look at it and see that it's aligned right. Because if it doesn't line up right, it's not going to align with the cabin correctly, obviously. So that was a bit of a challenge. I also went through a lot of effort to weather and wear the interior, which I didn't realize just how little you're going to actually see it. So if I bring this light in here, I put a lot of wear in on the floor, scuff marks where people will be walking and jumping, scuff marks along here near the edge, wear on the seats. I even did research on, what does a leather seat look like as it wears? So I was, trying to get the thing to look really cool. This one, as a matter of fact, this assembly goes in on this side. Now, what I may do is leave this one out and put a door gun. So mount a door gun here or a door gun here. But this is the idea for this. This will be a transport. Anyway, this is how far I've gotten from this piece. It's currently curing up, and like the bottom piece here, I have to put this together in sections. I do have weight up here in the front, because if you look at where all the rest of everything is, a lot of the weight on the plastic is behind this mount point, so you'll get this. So you have to put weight in the nose, which, you know, I've pretty much done. I filled all this in, and then so I glued that piece in, and then what I have to do is just sort of walk this forward to glue that in, then squeeze it shut so that I can get this as closed as possible. But you can see the fitment isn't ideal. Anyway, that's that part. This will be the piece that goes over here. This is your upper, there we go, it goes right. There it goes in. I did it before, there we go. So that's going to go there. That's how those pieces go, and then from here you build up, you build out the rest of the tail, and this is where I'm going to go sideways, because I'm building something different. I'm building a VTOL. So one thought I have is I have the upper wing that I'm looking to put in here, although it's entirely possible that I may still end up taking this gull wing and setting it here. So separating that there, separating it here, and then picking up this piece here and going. Because I am using the intakes from, or the engines from a V-22, which is what this is. In this instance, yeah, let's use this. Now, the other thing I did do with this is this would be where the spinner is. So I have made this a twin intake. Sanded that down, so we have two engine intakes, and I will be putting out of here, I'll be putting vents, so that we will have exhaust and thrust ports here, as well as exhaust and thrust ports here once all this gets cleaned up. So these will be similar to the Caprica Air Force Marine Black Hawk thing, sitting out about here. And that's what I'm kind of thinking. I like this idea where I take this here and mount it to this rather than this here, because I would like to give the thing a little more of the gull wing look. This looks a little too flat. I like the gull wing. It looks a little more along the lines of where I'm going. I still have to figure out what to do with the tail. I want to follow the general Raptor design when I do this for that, but there's more to go there. So this is as far as I've gotten with this kit. Again, now I'm at I'm at the design. Put this together, then finish assembling and cleaning up this piece. But for those who have looked at the EC145 or the M145 or the H145M, which is what this kit is, meh. I like what I can do with it, especially for the application I have for it, but I still have a lot more weathering to do. I need to wear this down. I need to sun bleach this and sun bleach this. I also want to sun bleach this a little more. I got some, but I want to do more. And I really like the idea of having a door-mounted weapon system. I'm really not sure whether it's I'm having a hard time actually finding them. I can find a couple of Vietnam door gunners, but I kind of was looking for a more modern Vulcan, but we'll see. Anyway, that's how far I've gotten with this kit. There's more to come. I do have another project in the pipeline, Star Wars project. Should be short and sweet, but it should be fun. once I get to it, and then possibly a U.S. Marines F4. So we'll see. But right now, this is what I have for the Kestrel. Like I said, I still get to figure out what I'm going to do back here for the tail. And I will also be doing the same Taran camouflage, the desert camouflage, to match the Medusa fighter that I've done. So there we go. Again, I hope you find this useful, helpful, inspiring, whatever. Thank you for your time. I'll talk to you next time.